Okay, what's up, YouTube? You know what it is, Pace Crypto again. And I just want to talk to you guys about the Lakers and the state of the Lakers right now. Remember to leave a like, remember to share, remember to subscribe, turn on notifications. Shout out to everybody that's tuning into this video. Y'all know what it is, man. Get me some subscribers, bro. Like, I needed some subscribers on this channel. My first Lakers sports talk channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on YouTube, on other channels and stuff like that, but I need to get this channel going. You know what I'm saying? So drop a subscribe. Be the first one to subscribe, man. Still got 0 subscribers on this right now as we speak. Be the first one to subscribe. So pretty much, man, obviously the Lakers, man. A lot of stuff going on with the Lakers right now. A lot of injuries. A lot of issues, man. A lot of issues with the Lakers right now. There's so much to talk about. So much going on with the Lakers. But in particular, I want to talk about the replacement that we're gonna need, because I'm hearing right now that Christian Wood is gonna be out for the remainder of the season, right? And I'm guessing he's probably gonna need surgery or something like that. It's pretty bad with his situation. So he's out for the remainder of the season. There's hope that Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt will be back at some point during this season. We're not sure when, but there was conflicting reports that they was out for the season too, along with Christian Wood. But now there's some more positive news that Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt will actually be able to play at some point in the season. They're making progress, right? However, Christian Wood being out opens up a roster spot for a potential big man that we're gonna need, right? We're definitely gonna need a big, especially come playoff time, because especially if we get in a series with Denver or we get in a series with Minnesota, right, which is highly possible in the first round. We could, you know, if we make it, right, we could play Minnesota in the first round. Who knows? I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how the bracket's going to iron out. But essentially, what we're gonna need a big man if in case a situation where we're gonna play one of those teams, because those teams, I feel like we can play any other team without a big, because everybody else in the West is pretty small. I mean, the whole league is really small. I mean, it's pretty much small ball across the whole league. But those two teams in particular are teams with size, is that they're known for their size, right? So those are the two threats, I think, that can be problems for the Lakers, especially Denver, because they've had a number. You know, I do think that we can exploit the size of Minnesota. Gobert, we can exploit Gobert to some degree. I think we can exploit Cat to some degree. It's hard to really exploit Jokic, because Jokic is just a force, man. So we're gonna need big men, right, to be able to guard Jokic and to play against these teams, right? Potentially, if we have a matchup with any of these teams, right? And obviously, the two names that's been floating out there is Demarcus Cousins and Dwight Howard, right? Now, we do know Dwight Howard's history with the Lakers. He was with the Lakers back in 2012, 2013, that year when Kobe tore his Achilles. People remember that when Dwight Howard had a back injury, or you know, whatever it was, and he came back too early, whatever it was, and then he was a free agent that season. Kobe told him, like, listen, man, if you want to be here, I shouldn't have to, you know, convince nobody. Got to convince you to play with the Lakers and say you're either made for the Lakers or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know the whole story of the Dwight Howard fallout between Kobe Bryant, the Lakers, and how that went the first time around. Obviously, the second time around, he came in 2019, 2020, and that was the year we won a championship in the bubble. And he played a huge part in that Denver series. I mean, he was huge against Jokic, guarding Jokic, and really irritating Jokic to some degree as well. We do know that JaVale McGee, we also had JaVale McGee that year, which also helped with the defense on Jokic as a big. So between him and JaVale McGee and AD, those three guys were pivotal parts of how we defended Jokic. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors with Dwight surrounding Dwight Howard, gay allegations, all that stuff. Listen, man, he said he had consensual relations with a man or whatever. Listen, man, I don't care about none of that stuff, bro. I really don't care. All I care about is basketball, and all I care about is winning, right? All I care about is winning. We need a team that is capable of going up against Denver, right? Period, right? And right now, our roster as it stands right now, I don't know how capable it is. Plus, we have bad coaching. We don't have a coach that's able to make the correct adjustments. I do think that Jackson Hayes should be utilized more, especially when we're going up against Denver. He's not utilized enough, in my opinion. I think Jackson Hayes should be utilized more, period. He doesn't get enough minutes. Christian Wood wasn't getting enough minutes when he was there. So this coach doesn't know what he's doing. This coach he's so guard-oriented. It's just all like, this man loved that nonsense, that three-guard lineup crap that he constantly do. I mean, he keep pulling that out. He keep pulling that three-guard lineup thing out, and it's just like, it's ridiculous, man. I just don't get it with this guy. Like, Darvin Ham is the most confusing coach I've ever seen in the history of basketball. I mean, what is wrong with this man and his obsession with guards, bro? I mean, I don't get it, man. I don't get what's up with this dude's obsession with guards. This dude, all he cares about, it's like the man want to put 5 guards out there to play the game. It's like the man would literally put 5 guards out there to play if it made sense, right? Obviously he can't do that because that would just be crazy. But he loves that 3-guard lineup, man. Putting 3 guards out there, man. And what happens is that we become way too small, and we can't guard. We can't stop nobody. We can't stop nobody. Yeah, the 3-guard lineup is probably a little bit better in terms of creating offense, maybe. And then again, I wouldn't even say that because we have bigs, right, on the team that can actually score. Rui is a big dude. He can bang in the post, and he can create offense, right? He can create offense. Obviously, I spoke about Christian Wood, so we have big guys on the team that can actually create offense. But Darvin Ham, for some reason, he just loved these little 3-guard lineups. It's just ridiculous, man. I don't get it. But I don't know. Being that we're out Christian Wood, we definitely need a replacement for him. So I think any one of those guys, Demarcus Cousins, I mean, we do know that Boogie Cousins actually played for the Lakers. I think it was that year when we didn't even make the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. That year with Westbrook. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the year when we had Boogie. I think he had some injury, though. I think he went down with some kind of injury or something. I don't know what it was, but I mean, I refuse to believe that Boogie Cousins at 33 years old is still not good enough to play in the NBA. I refuse to believe that. Nobody can convince me about that. I think when this man was in his prime, I mean, this dude was a surefire Hall of Famer. Like, this dude was headed to the Hall of Fame. Had he not gotten injured with that Achilles, this man would be a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt, in my opinion, right? First ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. He was on his way to being a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? And I've seen, even after the injury, I've seen stints where, he was with Denver a little bit, was with Golden State. That year, 2019, they lost, and he was pretty good. He had stints, he had moments, even in that finals where he actually, gave them energy and stuff like that. And I think as a big, right, he's not the greatest defensive big man, but he is like 6'11", 7 feet. He's still a body. He's a big body, right? That can fight with Jokic in the post, right? So I mean, a guy like that, You know what I'm saying? I refuse, and he can still provide some offense. He's a big man that can shoot the three. He's not as skilled as he used. He's not as athletic as he used to. He's still skilled, but he's not as athletic as he used to be. Definitely lost a lot of his athleticism. He wasn't much of an athletic guy, but obviously with the injury, you still lose a step, right? You lose a step. So, that's what it is with him. He's not as explosive as he used to be. So, obviously he's not going to be as effective offensively, but he's a guy that can still stretch the floor and shoot a three, right? And he can definitely be you can add some size in the paint, right, to go up against Nikola Jokic, right? Obviously, we know Dwight Howard. He's what, 37, but Dwight Howard, he can still play some basketball. I mean, let's be real. I mean, Dwight Howard, he was pretty good for us when he was in the bubble. We can't go around that. His defense against Jokic, I think, was a huge key in us winning that series. I think had we not had Dwight Howard, it's highly debatable whether or not we won that series again. We win that series against Denver, even though we beat them 4-1, because Denver matched up with us really well that year, right? But Dwight Howard's defense against Jokic was huge in that series for us to ultimately secure that title. And obviously, I still think that he got something left in the tank. Let's be real. I mean, I still think he can play. I think he can. I think he definitely can play. I think he can give the Lakers solid minutes, in my opinion. I mean, I may be wrong about that. I don't know, but I do think some people say that when he went to Philly, you can see that he fell off major. But I do think that you could put him in there for even 10-15 minutes, even just to be an irritant, right? To Jokic, right? And just use some of his defensive IQ and his smarts, right? On guarding Jokic in the paint, knowing Jokic's tendencies and stuff like that, being that he guarded him before, in that Western Conference Finals and bubble, having sort of that knowledge, him having that knowledge of Jokic and, how to effectively guard against him. I think, it could definitely give us a boost, right? It could definitely give us a boost. So, definitely, man, let me know what you guys think about that. What do you think about these two additions? And is there anybody else that you think, I think these are the only two guys that come to mind in terms of replacement for Christian Wood. And just let me know what your thoughts is on the Lakers overall. But have a great day. Paige Crypto signing out. Peace.